Brothers, welcome back to Member versus Member, where we are on the quest to find the ultimate member. Today's battle is going to be taking place here in Europe. We have 219 bots ready to rumble. Let's go ahead and surrender really quickly. Now, I did upgrade the level of difficulty in the bots to hard, so hopefully that we get a little bit more of a competition fight from these bots and we don't just see a bunch of them kind of, dying off very quickly. So 219 players, Africa looking very filled up right now. Now, typically in a normal player game, you would see a lot of the champions of the game coming from Africa or Northern Russia. But with bots playing, we might see a champion emerge from the middle. Obviously, bots don't team up together the same way that humans would, which could be a tremendous advantage for any bot that starts in the middle, whatever bot is able to kind of win this gauntlet over here. But a gauntlet indeed is what's going to happen in Africa. There are so many bots over here. I don't know how one person will be able to consume any or be able to consolidate any of that. That's gonna be a real rough go. Now, we do have our first crown appearing. It was Patrick has taken the crown. A little bit more land to get there in Turkey, but Turkey's gonna be a little bit of a rough start as well. Yigit has now taken the crown up here in Scandinavia, and he's definitely gonna be a little bit of a tough one to take down. Miskets the Mallard gonna try and knock him down a little bit, but it is gonna be a rather big bot to fight. Patrick has retaken the crown, though. As you can see, he is just the biggest guy over here and is taking out Sin. Sin's not going to last very long in this one, as he's just doesn't have anywhere near the troops to be able to hold this. Tricks falling to Clay Monson. Monson attacking north and south right now, but it's going to have some problems with gameplay down south. Morwen also could be a challenge down there in Africa. He's going to have limited options of easy targets to attack, and Clay might be that next target. Now, taking a look back over here in Africa, we have some consolidation finally, as we have Joshua starting to take control a little bit, as well as Pickle and Bandic over there. Now, Comet has taken over France and become the big guy over here. That could be an interesting start, but he does have the Peachy Viking in the Iberian Peninsula to contend with. So those two will eventually come to blows. A surprise on the board. Aziz is a big boy as well. So our top 10 right now is Comet, TT, Sonic. Where's Sonic? Sonic! Wow, Sonic absolutely exploded from Scandinavia. That is truly, he's going to be very hard to take down with just the amount of troops he has right now. I think that might be the second most amount of troops on the board, only second to Patrick right now. Patrick's spending a lot of time boating through the Mediterranean right now, grabbing all these little islands. Might slow him down enough. And speaking of slowing down, Run for the Hills is not. He's absolutely taken over Africa. But here comes Tom, a surprise attacker from Greece. But a Run for the Hills might be too big, as Morwen is finding out Patrick is too big. Patrick is just absolutely managed his troops very well and is just dismantling Morwen right now. Jeff is taking out Bordux over here, but Kimbo is fighting back. Sonicu is fighting Aziz along with Christopher Ryans trying to fight down the might of Sonicu. If he can get that corner, this one might be a little bit rough. But Ghost Hermit over here in the United Kingdom quietly building a lot of strength right now. Could be a real contender in the late game. Oh no, there goes Comet, as TT has emerged as our champion in the middle. A surprise champion, really didn't emerge and was not very strong at the beginning of the game, but has really accumulated a lot of strength very quickly here, as Tom is now fighting down the remains of Kimbo, absolutely kicked out of Africa. But here comes Patrick, our original champion from Turkey, starting to knock down a lot of the Africa core, as well as Jeff up here in the top. So it looks like we're gonna have a three-way race between TT, Sonic, and Patrick for who's gonna get the crown. TT obviously has the most amount of troops, but Patrick by far has the most amount of lands. We'll see where TT goes next in his attacks. There's a lot of troops on the line right now, as we have really consolidated our board down. There's a big attack from Patrick and Bandic into TT. TT responds into Patrick. Patrick does not have a lot of troops right now. Christopher Ryan is currently getting naval invaded by Ghost Hermit. Where is Sonic gonna go? He's gonna go for Christopher Ryan as well. Oh my gosh, everyone is attacking everyone. It doesn't look like anyone's really gaining borders. There's Sonic emerging as our champion. He has gotten the land, but is he going to be able to hold it? TT just has an almost insurmountable amount of troops at this point and is just absolutely mowing through the competition. He has run out a little bit of steam here, as he has had to use a lot of troops to get this done, but at the same time he has more than a 2-to-1 advantage on anyone else in the pixel count game. Oh, I don't think it's going to be enough, as Ghost Hermit is trying to launch an attack, but is immediately pushed out of Denmark. Bandic is not helping out the cause. He needs to get up north, but he's helping take out Patrick. Limited options for everyone to attack. Sonic is getting absolutely beaten back up here in the north, and it looks like this one is going to be over. TT just able to manage his troops a little bit better than everyone else over here, as Sonic says his adieu and disappears from the board. TT now has control of 81% of the board here, and it doesn't look good for anybody else. He launches a boat attack. Oh no, we're gonna be spending a little bit of time boating, okay? Just making sure that the Picklestein is absolutely eliminated. We must destroy the world of Picklestein. As there goes Bandic right now. He's out of the game as well. And we're gonna go ahead and call it here. TT is our champion. Congratulations, TT, and we'll go on to the team game. And in our team game, we have 7 teams going against each other right now. I'll go ahead and scroll through so you can see which team you are on. There is the red, there is the green, there is blue, there is yellow, magenta, Scion, and white. White, we got screwed here, bro. Anyways, good luck. I don't know what happened there. But let's go ahead and surrender there, as it looks like it might be just a 6-team battle here, as Rock is the only members of the white team. Not exactly sure what happened there. Sorry, Rock. But as we get started here, we can see that yellow's going to have a nice presence over here in northern Italy, as well as kind of Croatia, Bosnia area. Blue has a lot of numbers down here in the Africa corner, but Africa very crowded. They might need to rely on some help from the Iberian Peninsula if the Iberian boys are able to win it, but they're going to be outnumbered by the Magenta team. Magenta, having its power base up here in the north in Scandinavia, are definitely going to have a nice corner to go through. Submit might be the power base for the Scion team, though, as he's going to have a lot of free land to grab over here in the United Kingdom. Might be able to help his allies in Normandy make something out of the France spot. Yellow also has a little bit of a bastion over here, so yellow is definitely going to be our strong team from the start. But Scion, with their numbers, are doing very well in a lot of spots, especially Ogun Gabriel and Daniel Stevens over here in Russia area. They're doing pretty well for themselves. Daniel Stevens already off to a good start. Submit, Daniel Stevens, and Uth are definitely carrying the Scion team, but everything's very even right now, minus the yellow team, which did get that bastion that we talked about over here in Italy, as TT has once again emerged as our champion over here in Italy. So he's doing very well for the yellow team. It's going to be a little bit of a battle between Scion and yellow, it looks like, although yellow is starting to get the corner here, so they're going to have some people to donate already, although they are getting beaten back by the blue team. Blue did get beaten back over here and in the north as well in the Iberian Peninsula, as Simo and A137 have secured the Iberian Peninsula and are now looking to push against the yellow team over here against TT. TT now starting to fight red over here, as Scion has started to collapse. Their entire Normandy, France sector has decimated. Been decimated. But Ogun Gabriel, Daniel Stevens, and A137 still able to hold things together over here. A137 is obviously in this game multiple times, as are all executive producers and producers. Producers obviously getting 2 bots, and executive producers getting 3. Now, another team to keep an eye out for is green. They have now grabbed a corner themselves, so we'll have 2 members donating, as well as Jeff, Big Jeff here in the middle. Jeff could do a lot of damage, but A137 looking to blunt that right away, as we now have Andrea Rocks emerging as the yellow team's champion over here in Turkey, as TT has been taking quite the beating here. But the Scion team is not done yet. They're making strong headway and have now become the #1 team on the board with 29%. Rob Drake down here in Africa has also done some work along with Abagalula and Arise and Pass Away, but Anthony Irvin is now starting to push against Rob Drake and might be able to claim a lot of Africa. But surprise, surprise, here comes Jeff. Jeff says, I'll do it alone. He's absolutely taken over the middle and decimated that incredibly strong yellow start in Italy. They're all gone over here. And now Daniel Stevens is feeling the wrath of the green team, as Jeffrey is looking to consolidate with his team. But Andra, Rox, and Simo are not having it, as Andra is now really getting a lot of strong push against the yellow team. Jeff is trying to push back here. They're pretty much even in terms of troops, but Simo is also pushing against Leonard here, Jeff, and is not looking good. Now this could really work out for the Magenta team, as Sam Hanwich is now grabbing a ton of this land over here, is now pushing. If these two could link up against Andra, they could have more than enough strength to get this done, as Anthony Irving is really taking away a lot of the yellow advantage down here in the south by just fighting them. And looks like, yep, there we go. And now we have the big battle between Sam Hanwich Simo fighting against Andrew Rocks the Crown, as Submit has finally been able to win the United Kingdom. Not quite the big power bastion I was expecting from him, but alas, he's had a lot to deal with, I'm sure. As Simo has now started to take control of the map here. Sam Hanwich able to do a little bit of damage, but most of the damage coming from Simo. Simo now really starting to reap the benefits of having more than double the pixel size of second place. Magenta has 63% of the board right now, and it looks like they're going to just be able to roll through everybody else here, as Simo has very limited things to attack and all the troops to do it, as now he has taken out Rocks and is now looking at Jaden and Captain Thick. Captain Thick immediately is falling down. Anthony Irving looks like was going to be off to a good start, but was able to be held back by the yellow team and just wasn't enough, as who has touchdown over here? It's Sam Hanwich taking out Submits. So that looks like it's going to do it for the team battles. Congratulations to the Magenta team and just their nice comeback here. Really started from this area in the Iberian Peninsula with Simon A137, and then of course their northern bastion of power in the Scandinavia region. Really didn't do too much. It was mostly Simon A137, but Sam Hanwich obviously able to come in at the right time to do damage. But that is going to do it for today. So as we do start to wrap things up, just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far in the video. Thank you. If you are a member, I definitely give you my deepest gratitudes. And for now, boys, I will see you in the next one.